Hey ladies, welcome back. My name is Jumoke Win. I'm your favorite femininity coach and women's mentor, by the way. Ignore the template in the background. We just moved and I'm still in the process of getting everything together. But anyways, wanted to make this video about why you should do things for a man. Yep. That's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to freestyle it. I made a short video about it on Instagram, but I wanted to have a more in-depth video for the podcast and for YouTube. So, why you should do things for a man. You'll hear this a lot from women. You don't need to do all that for a man. You need to do things for yourself first. You're always going to hear that. Do things for yourself first. And I think it's just a lot of toxic feminist mindsets that have infiltrated women, and they're losing, I don't want to say sight of reality, but I guess in a way, sight of reality, they're losing their in touchness with reality. And what I said on Instagram, and I said that it's really crazy how we as women, we're encouraged to do everything for a degree, everything for our career, even everything that we can for our kids. But when it comes to men, for some reason, I don't know if, women just hate men and that's just why they're moving how they're moving. It's like, oh, he doesn't have feelings. He's not a human. You should never even consider his wants and his needs because he doesn't exist. He's bad anyways. Just do whatever you want to do. And that is really bad teaching, especially to the younger generation, because Titus 2 says for older women to encourage younger women to love their husbands, to be subject to them, right? And this ideology that a lot of women have, that they never even consider what their future husband would want, is very backwards. And it's the reason why a lot of women are still single. Like even the statistic shows that Black women in the US, only 30% of Black women in the United States are married. And the marriage rate in the US is hovering around 30% of marriageable aged people. So, in a day and age where marriage, is harder to come by, people are bowing out of the dating market. There's less high value men. The things that women think should be a given with men are not. You have women who are pricing themselves out of the market. You have women who are reaching the last legs of their fertility years, and now they're thinking about marriage and they're having a difficult time finding a man to commit to them. The times should tell you something. And even outside of the times, it's just logic, right? Like if you want a certain outcome, put in the effort so that you can be the best candidate for that thing. But women have been raised with a sense of entitlement and coddling. Like the world does not correct women. Women's feelings and how we feel is put on a pedestal, and how men feel and what they want is demonized, is patriarchal. It's almost like we're bashing them in the head of like, you don't deserve anything. I deserve everything. I don't understand how women can want a man to excel in his masculinity, to excel as a provider, to excel as a protector, to excel as a pursuer, everything that they want, but they will never do anything for them. And some women think that simply existing is enough. Newsflash, this is not the 1950s anymore. With the marriage rate dipping that much, and if you look into average men, at most average men, they don't get any play. 80% of women want 20% of men. And the man that you want more than likely has more leverage than you because he has more options. But women don't realize these things. So when you add on top of that, one, the type of man that you want is more scarce. And two, you add on this mindset of, I don't have to do anything for him, then you're going to stay single, right? It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. It doesn't make sense to never even consider, hey, I want all of these things from a man. I want a man who's godly, who's tall, who's handsome, who's making money, who's godly. Did I say godly? I said that already. But I'm going to do nothing. And some women think that doing the bare minimum is enough to get a high value man. That's ridiculous. Some women, if you ask them, okay, well, what are you offering him? Amongst all these, what are you offering him? Oh, support, love, maybe a meal or two. Some women, they can't cook, don't want to cook. They're still going to be eating out. You're not offering him discipline in your body and your image. A lot of women are going out with their helmet of salvation, satin bonnets. They go out without a bra. They go out looking sloppy, no makeup. They don't even want to be his arm candy. They don't want to take care of themselves and go to the gym. They're not impressive when it comes to the kitchen, to homemaking, in their femininity. And they think something as vague as support and respect, which again, that's just vague. What does that mean? Women say that all the time and still go about disrespecting men because they don't understand male psychology and masculinity anyways. So what does that mean? How does that, if he has, let's just say 4 or 5 women who want him right now in this present moment, and you said that's what you can offer, why should he pick you? He has more leverage than you. The guy that you want that's making minimum 6 figures, minimum. Some women want multiple 6 figures. Fair. But if that's only 2% of the male population and most of that 2% is already married, are you the top 1% of women? We understand when it comes to a degree or a career, we can't just demand it and say that I'm not going to go to school for that career. I'm not going to sit here and take these exams and come dressed to work in a certain way. I'm not going to do this or do that. We don't say that, right? We do everything that we can for a career. We understand that. Some of you guys have really prestigious degrees, or you want a prestigious degrees. Like, you're not trying to work at McDonald's for the rest of your life. And if you're not trying to work at McDonald's, guess what? The places that you want to get into, the doors that you want to walk through, they require a higher standard. So all this to say, especially you as a young woman, when you're hearing that rhetoric of you don't have to do all that for a man, I encourage you to reject it. I don't care if it's older women who are telling you that. You don't have to do all that for a man. Oh, I let myself go and I don't wear makeup and I don't do this and I'm fine and I'm happy. Okay, but again, exceptions to the rule make the rule. And in this day and age, for what women want in a man, you can't ask for the exception without being exceptional. Hopefully this gave something to think about. Let me know what you think in the comments and I'll see you guys later. Bye.